Hello, welcome back. You are watching Patriots, Rebels, and Rogues. I am your hostess, Dana Lee. On today's episode, I'm just going to ramble a little bit and see what happens. Excuse me. Well, I got up this morning, flipped on guns and gears like I always do, and was pleasantly surprised that most of the stuff that we were fearing was going to be in that Senate bill ain't going to be there. Don't know which one of the Republicans was doing the most talking, but cool beans. See, the problems I have with all this gun control bullshit is, first of all, gun control is hitting what you're meaning to. That's gun control. What these people are trying to do is deprive people of their personal property. Personal property that is guaranteed as a right. I should say, a God-given right that is then codified into the law of the land. It's exactly what the Second Amendment in the Bill of Rights is all about. It's this notion of red flag laws that really bothers me. I mean, I've had to accept everybody around me is going to think I'm crazy. Especially when I'm right. And benign crazy is benign crazy. Had a Twitter war yesterday with this gentleman. I will be kind enough to say that. And for some reason, he's under the mistaken impression that sex and gender are the same thing. Which clearly, there's two words, so therefore it cannot be the exact same thing. I mean, it's like calling a wolf a dog. Yes, they are both canines, but no, a wolf is not a dog. You need training to own a wolf. You don't need training to own a dog. Little Buster is not going to eat you while you're asleep. There's just so many things that I find so extremely weird. I mean, I'm not saying I was the greatest English student ever, but words have meanings. And it's past time for us to understand that. I mean, hell. I talk to people on Twitter and some other places about trans stuff, and I try to straighten everything out. But these people don't want to hear truth. They really don't. And it don't matter if they're left, right, or whatever. They seem to be convinced of what they're convinced of, and that's the end of it. Their way or the highway. That ain't the way to be. It's almost enough to make you want to build a time machine and go back to the Eocene and live with the damn woolly mammoths. I think the woolly mammoths would listen better and probably understand what you're saying. This coffee's really good. Got a cup of that Death's Head coffee. I'm not getting paid for talking about it or anything, but I think you should try it. If you got the money. It's almost $20 for a thing of the K-Cups. It's $20 well spent. It's some really good coffee. It's kept me awake many a night when I drink it in the morning. Anyways, it's just kind of weird how this whole trans situation seems to be shaking out. I mean, I did tell the SJWs, a lot of them, that if they kept going the way they were going, they were going to cause a backlash. And their response, of course, is, I don't care. Well, when they make being trans illegal, then you'll care. Because that's the way that it's heading. I've heard that some states were actually either contemplating laws about altering the human body. Welcome to the age of authoritarianism. Left, right, it don't matter. They're all authoritarians. We could probably blame it on them going after the kids. There is a well-known law of nature that you do not mess with the young of any species and expect to pull your hand back and there be a hand there, because mama is going to bite it off. And believe me, even a weasel chewing your hand off hurts. I don't think people have exactly a grasp on this maternal instinct thing. Because you don't mess with the babies. But they went and messed with the babies. So now it's not only that we're going to have to worry about where the hell we're going to take a shit. But we're going to have to worry about, is our existence in this state going to be legal? Thank you, Democrats. Kind of makes me think of Jim Crow. Written in New England and then forced through the parliaments of the South in order to punish the South for daring to tell the Yankees to go fuck themselves. Jim Crow is not just aimed at discriminating against black people. It was meant to punish white people. Little known fact, before the Civil War in the South, race didn't mean two things. Didn't mean shit. You had people married to Indians. You had people married to black folks. There was a lot of race mixing in the South back in the day. My ex-sister-in-law did her DNA study, and it came back that she had a couple of drops of a little something in the wood pile that she didn't like, which I find hilarious. Her people are all Klansmen. That's something else too. You hear a lot about the Klan hanging black folks and stuff, but you don't hear a lot about them, how many of the white people they hung. In the 1920s in South Carolina, the Klan hung just over 800 black people, and they hung over 1,200 white people. They'd go in and they'd beat your ass for not cleaning your house, living in filth. Not a defense, but narratives being what they are. Some due diligence may be required. It's kind of like the Black Panthers were a Marxist organization. I mean, they did groceries and stuff, but they were still a Marxist organization. Tim Pool found a very interesting quote out of Karl Marx, too, about guns. Something about how the under no circumstances should the workers allow themselves to be disarmed. And I found that rather interesting. Point of commonality that I did not think that would actually be there. It's just humans suck. We can all boil it down to that, right? A single individual is an intelligent creature. Capable of being very dangerous in a positive way. Group of people, well, a group of humans is a very dangerous thing in a bad way. Because the group cannot be smarter than its stupidest individual. And yes, I know about the whole theory with the wisdom of the group being able to determine the weight of a bullock. But we're not weighing bullocks here. That's something else I find odd. You know, there's no singular of cattle or deer. Because cattle is plural. Kind of a strange word. I mean, that particular species, we tend to talk about it in terms of its gender instead of it, well, not its gender, its sex. We tend to sex them rather than have an actual name for them. Bull, cow. More often than not, they're called an it. It's a milk cow. It's a heifer. They must be a slave species. Only thing I can come up with. Anyway. Well, we've hit 20 minutes. I'm going to let you go. Don't forget to like, sub, and subscribe. And I will catch you next time.